Hello everyone. Today in this session of project planning and management, we will discuss about the project life cycle in detail. We have already discussed about the project. So project is any specific task that is having a predefined aim which consumes the resources as well as duration for its successful completion. We have also discussed earlier that basically there are 5 types of resources, which are man, material, machine, money and motivation. Now further, we have also considered the part that what are the various sectors that are dependent upon the project and what are the various peoples or the elements that are affected due to the project work, which are also known as the stakeholders of the project. Now in today's session we will discuss about the project life cycle. So for any of the project, that means the specific task, we need to consider its life cycle into various stages, and all these stages are clearly defined so that we can manage it one by one in a good way. So now we will concentrate more upon the project life cycle. So to start off with this part, as you can see in the figure, the first part of the project life cycle is the initiation. The second part is planning. Third step is execution, and you can see over there the another arrow which is representing controlling in parallel. Then the project moves to the completion, and at the end of the project the process of the reviewing is done. So the project life cycle consists of initiation, planning, execution and in parallel controlling, completion and reviewing. Now we will discuss one by one all of these stages of the project. So first stage, initiating. This is the first step in the project life cycle when a particular idea comes to the mind. Now what are the various things or the factors that one need to consider while developing the idea? One should know about the market demand, then about the business requirement, or either the particular thing is required for the upgradation of the knowledge or upgradation of technology. Is the particular thing required for innovation or it is the global need? So depending upon all these questions, whatever the answer comes to the mind will give you the reply for the initiation of a particular project work. Once you have finalized that what you want to do when the idea comes to the mind, then the further step is to move ahead for the planning. Now what you will plan out? You will finalize the aim, what you want to achieve. You will finalize the objective. What are the various steps through which you will go and you can achieve your aim? Which strategy you will be adopting to achieve your work or project? You need to list up the various activities that are related or that are included in your project work. Activities simply means the work or task. You need to write down the events. Now event is nothing but it is the instant of time. So like if you want to write up the book, the day you start your writing the book, at the starting, that instant of time is called as the starting event. And the day when you complete your book, that again the instant of time will be called as completing event. So for each activity there will be starting and completing event. Now depending upon the need, the events can be included anywhere. WBS stands for the work breakdown structure. You need to divide up the big work into small sectors and sub activities. That is called as work breakdown structure. You need to do the scheduling. It means that you need to arrange the activities in their logical sequence, which activity can be done after which activity. That means developing the relationship between the activities and assigning the duration that will be required to complete that activity. Then next is related to the resource allocation. What are the various resources that will be required for that particular activity so that you can work out and you can manage your inventory in the best way. Then you need to learn about the updating of the project, crashing and the smoothing. So all these parts are included in the stages of the planning. Once you have planned in a good way, then the time comes for the real execution of work. So while doing the real execution of work, it is very necessary that you need to keep the records of your work in parallel. That is also called as the record keeping. So this record can be kept in the various formats that are daily progress report, DPR, weekly progress report, WPR. Then you need to manage the inventory in parallel at the execution of work so as to find out the amount of the stock that is available and when and what amount of stock or the materials you need to buy again. Along with the execution, one need to do the controlling also. Now what you need to control? Basically you need to control your scope of work. What was pre-defined that you need to do all this kind of work, and either the particular work is going on at the particular project or not. So that is called as controlling or checking for the scope of work. You need to check the schedule. It means that you need to check each and every activity, that the total duration which was assigned to that activities are going according to the planning or not. You need to check out the resources, either the amount of the materials or the resources are being consumed at the higher rate or it is according to the planning. And even you need to check and control the cost of your project and at each and every stages. So while doing the execution, these are the things that one need to do. Once your project work is executed in a good way, then the next step is the completion of project. So now this completion of project means what? It means that the contract completed, one part. Another is the administrative end up. It means the complete process of the administration ends over here and one hands over the project to the owner. Now the last part of the project life cycle is consisting of reviewing. Reviewing means what? When you have conducted a particular project, you need to review each and every stages of the project. What were the errors that happened at the time of project? What were the difficulties one faced while conducting the project? What were the favorable conditions? How the risk was managed in the good way? What were the various factors that influenced your project? So this complete process is called as reviewing. So this is the complete life cycle of the project. Any project goes through the process of the initiation, then planning, then execution, project handover, and the last part is reviewing. Each and every part of this life cycle is very important for the successful completion of project. In the upcoming session, we will be discussing about the planning step in detail. So with this, we complete this session also over here, and now we will discuss in the next session about the planning stages.